Good evening. Local health data is determining the fate for students this upcoming school year as Governor Gavin Newsom laid out new public and private school education guidance for schools looking to reopen this fall. 23 ABC's Tori Cooper is joining us live from the Kern County Superintendent of Schools office. She has details on the new guidelines and a response from a local parent. Tori?
Yeah, Jessica, as of right now, Kern County is not on the state's watch list for additional COVID-19 restrictions surrounding schools, meaning technically right now schools in Kern County could reopen this fall, but of course with specific measures in place. But if Kern County does end up back on the state's watch list, and considering that the Kern County Public Health Department is already predicting another spike in cases, social distance learning would be mandated. Governor Gavin Newsom announced new guidance Friday for schools looking to reopen for the 2021 school year. As of now, Kern County has been taken off the state's monitoring list, but the governor says the county must remain off the watch list for 14 consecutive days to operate on campus with in-person instruction, along with specific measures in place depending on your student's grade level.
All staff and students in third grade and above must wear masks.
Students in second grade and below are strongly encouraged to also wear a mask or face shield. Students who are unwilling or unable to comply with mask requirements may be asked to switch to remote learning. The state will require sanitation stations on campus, with all staff and students following social distancing rules of 6 feet apart in class. Each school day must also start with temperature and symptom checks, but the governor did not specify who would be responsible for enforcing these protocols. The Kern County mother of 3, Kelly Crespo, weighing in on the new requirements.
Because I know my kid personally, she has a panic attack every single time she's on the mask.
Kelly tells us she has one child with ADHD and 2 others, one in middle school and the other in high school, who she believes learns best in an on-campus class setting. Newsom now requiring daily interaction with students studying at a distance. The $5.3 billion state legislative package will also help now to accommodate special education needs and school districts to purchase materials needed for distance learning like Wi-Fi, laptops, and more for students.
I personally think that Zoom meetings are completely a waste of time for the teacher and for the student. I feel like they need to stop focusing on in-person and prepare like a day or a week curriculum and make it for 3 hours to 4 hours and have your child do it with their parent whenever they can.
Communications Director Rob Mazzaros of the Kern County Superintendent of Schools also addressed the challenges.
Teaching and learning suffered because distance learning was simply a foreign concept for K-12 education. I believe that many strides have been made in a few short months, and our school districts are in a far better place now than they were back in March.
Now, if a teacher or student in a classroom tests positive for the coronavirus, the state's recommendation is that the whole class be sent home to self-quarantine, and if multiple classrooms are asked to self-quarantine,
We stipulate 5% of the school, local school, not district, local school is positive, then it would trigger criteria to consider closing, or mandate rather, the closure of that school site.
Meaning if 25% of the campuses within a school district have 5% or more coronavirus cases on campus, the school district will be asked to close down. But either way, if Kern County does not stay off the watch list,
They must begin the school year this fall through distance learning.
now, again, many districts in Kern County have already discussed reopening this fall, but of course, with continuing distance learning, at least for the beginning parts of the school year. But now, as you just learned, it all depends on our county's data. And again, we'll leave it there. Live in Central Bakersfield, I'm Tori Cooper for 23 ABC News, connecting you.